I know a little something about this.
ESPN was the only place where I got rubbed the wrong way. One, they didn't want to pay me, but the whole reason why they want to pay me because I embarrassed Woj on TV. I had a situation where he was saying something about Jimmy Butler, and me and Jimmy had a great relationship, and I didn't believe it when he said it. So off air, I called him, and we was on commercial break, and I hit him, and he said it wasn't true. And you know, Rachel's my girl, and I told Rachel, don't say it now. Wait till we get back on air. And I told him that wasn't true on air, and I showed him the message from Jimmy. And after that, my relationship, I stopped working as much. Dina started giving me calls like, we got to start figuring something else. Have you talked to guys at Fox? Like, I knew it was about to be over because nobody never did him like that. But I knew he was full.
On another note, the transition has been made with someone like a Pat McAfee transitioning into ESPN and really kind of doing it his way or as close to his way as can be. Obviously, just called out a studio head in Norby Williamson lately. What are your thoughts, kind of being in that and now looking at it from an outside perspective?
It's fascinating here, and I think you guys will find much of this very interesting. It's going to take some telling, and I want to be careful because I support people who bet on themselves. I don't want to appear like I'm bitter at ESPN or that I'm not rooting for Pat McAfee because I want everybody to get their money. He's creative. He's charismatic.
Oh, that's it, Dan? Let me stop. I'll take it from here. Oh, man. We just saw a lot. There's some gumbo out there. And for y'all, look at my post about my auntie Cynthia's gumbo. I did that like New Year's. Was it New Year's? Yeah. No, Christmas. And some of y'all had something to say about her roux. It ain't dark enough. Forget y'all. That's some Cali gumbo right there, Compton gumbo. Let's go. This conversation is very interesting to me, obviously, because these are some of the places I've worked and some of the steps I've taken. Let's start where Stack started, that internal fighting. The number one reason that broadcasters move on from their place of employment is not for infighting, but it's higher on the list than it should be. The number one reason is they can find somebody younger, cheaper, like any industry, any sport, football included. Like, you're great, but there is somebody who's half as good as you, who's a quarter of the cost. Let's try that out. The next thing you know, you see them on ESPN News or something, ESPN3 or something, right? Point being, that's the top reason. But up there, way too close, is grown-ass people who can't get along or can't speak on it or can't just acknowledge we're just professional associates. You ain't my homie. We ain't besties. Stop playing. And then some nerd with a big belly is sitting there with a lot of power saying, I don't think they like each other. I don't think that's good. I think the audience can pick up on that. Meanwhile, you actually are orchestrating them to go out there and beef for 90 minutes. You want them to have natural conflict. What's more natural than the conflict I got with somebody I don't like? Right? Why don't you just let them keep going? They ain't gonna fight. It ain't gonna be hands placed. Chris Carter ain't gonna beat up Nick Wright, even though they had beef. Like, you know what I mean? What y'all thinking? Like, Shannon Sharp wasn't going to just beat up on Skip. He going to put his glasses on. Skip went out like a gangster on that one. He couldn't pull that again ever. And ever since then, Shannon been more gangster than ever, right? Oh, that's a moment. But the point being, no matter how contentious it ever gets, ain't nobody doing all of that. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know. I don't know one sportscaster that fought another sportscaster. I do know that, Jim Everett said, call me Chris one more time. He went up on Jim Rome. Jim Rome and him had some hands, but that's athlete versus broadcaster, and that's the second part of this. That's where a lot of the conflict is, right? We look at the athletes, and they're looking at the pundits, and they're like, dog, can y'all please have more accountability? Can y'all stop being so sensational? And they like, look, y'all some powder puffs. Every time you give y'all the mic, here's the mic. Now, talk about your friend who plays basketball, too. And you go, he's trying his best. He only averages 1 point, but it's better than nothing. Get your powder puff. Athletes try to take care of themselves. And it's not because athletes are punks. I think it's because athletes are part of the fraternity. You know how hard it is. So 99% of the athletes who used to play are never going to go all the way in on somebody because they're like, yo, I kind of remember when I sucked too. Do people understand that? But there is that 1% like, man, forget that. I suck. So therefore now I'm about to kill it. I'm about to eat. Forget these fools. I'm calling them all out. You know what I'm saying? What? King Kong ain't got nothing on me, right? Like Acho is like that. Ryan Clark is almost there. You know, he's been fully converted almost by Stephen A. Smith. You know, the NARPs. Like there's a NARP way of covering sports, which is fuck these fools. And then it's an athlete way of like, oh, you know, he ain't playing his best. You know what I mean? I get it. But the sensationalism, the personal attacks, man, you got people on air and then they go to social media and talk about you. Like, we need some rules of engagement. Because if a narc come at me, I got words for him. But that's your job. So you can hide behind your job. But then you get on social media and then you still keep it going. Let me clarify. No. Because let me see you then. Let's talk through this. So the power dynamics have shifted completely, right? It's crazy out here. So what Dan wanted to say is like, look, Pat McAfee is in a unique situation. He's the first to get his show licensed by a major network in sports. So it's like, what the hell? And at the same time, you know, being critical of ESPN, because obviously Dan was pushed away, let go of, whatever. It was unceremonious. Is that how you say it? Unceremonious in the way that Dan Le Batard was left ESPN, right? He was way too much, way too big, but things occurred. But I want y'all to beat it up in the comments because this conversation is about, I don't like righting wrongs, but I'm like course correcting because we're off. Let's just be real. You know, like I wanted to be an aerospace engineer until I went to the math class. I was like, God dang, this hard. Point being, Columbia don't play. Columbia math was hard. Let's just say that. So let's do this. 1 degree standard deviation off, okay? So I'm on course. This is dead straight. Is that straight? Oh, that's straight. Okay. My fingers ain't straight. That's the problem. Look at these fingers. God dang. Cringer. Remember Cringer? Arr, He-Man. Cringer. Skeletor. So then, if you go 1 degree off, it ain't that much. Look at that, 1 degree. That ain't much, but continue over the course of time. You off screen. See that? Look, straight ahead, I'm on screen. Bam, hit that camera. Back. But I go 1 degree. Come. See what I'm saying? That's where we at. And we're more than 1 degree off. I blame the broadcasters more than I do the athletes. Because the athletes just playing. Like, you can say anything about anybody. Case in point, I can frame any play, any loss, any player, any way. If I want to say Jordan's the GOAT, I can say everyone else fell short. Is that true? No, it's some dudes who got the most out of themselves and just, hey, Michael Jordan's playing too. I'm sorry. Hakeem Olajuwon, who's amazing, one of the best players ever. You never won without Jordan. When Jordan was playing, when Jordan played, you couldn't get nothing. And then he retired, that's when you get them chips. And then he come back, you couldn't get nothing. That's Hakeem Olajuwon I just made sound like, he ain't that good unless Jordan is not playing. I can continue. I can do that with anybody, any play, any loss. That's the point. But who's doing that? That's an industry doing that to spark your interest because they know we like drama. So since we have an inclination for drama, they're going to be dramatic, even though that ain't dramatic. Why are you bringing drama to that? So that's the problem. We got to get out of that. So if this course is going to be corrected, it's going to be the disruption of independence, former athletes taking control, becoming their own production units, their own networks. I raise my hand. Let's go. And you guys, you ain't going to change your sensibilities. You like drama. Me too. God dang it. But the point is, you ain't got to make everything dramatic. That's the conversation. So beat up in the comments how you think we could get this thing fixed. I don't want to, look, my Woj story, I ain't had no Woj stories. I just saw Woj recently. I told you guys this. And I could just tell people didn't like this right before he retired. I was like, damn, people don't funk with him. Like, because I saw him like in real life, not on air. And I was like, damn, you could just, I was like, ooh, hi, bye. It's a line. What's what, Pigpen? It's a stench around here. People, they ain't funking with you. And he felt that. That's why part of the reason he retired and his health reasons. I'm sure that had something to do with his health. Only story I got like this is Adam Schefter got mad at me and didn't do it directly, but I know he got mad at me. He told his boss. He told his boss to tell my boss, hey, tell Marcel, stop breaking news. Sorry. I was right. I was double right. Not only did Harbaugh go to Michigan, he went to my Chargers. You didn't break that either. I broke that. Partner, let me stop. Let's get into this, man. Make sure you guys log on to projecttransition.org. Some of these topics don't have to be 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right? Just beat up in the comments. Let's fix some stuff. Let's talk about the real, the raw, and let's keep it going. The Robertson family made a monthly donation of $20. What have you made? You help these itty bitties yet? Educate and empower them. You know our 5 E's. Educate, empower, exposure, experiences, excellence. Yeah, let's do it. We're going to give it to them. We got a skills camp coming up, NFL skills camp. I think we got 450 kids. Damn, there's going to be a lot of babies out there. I can't wait. I ain't running that. Yes, you are, ma'am. I don't run no routes. I don't even like football. My daddy just told me to play. I can't wait. I can't wait. Little boy going to be like, he hit me hard. It's supposed to be flagged. Man, if you don't get your song. Look. And make sure you guys, right here, this book, Never Shut Up. It'll show you guys a path to success, one of them. And I know you got yours as well. Share it. Beat it up in the comments. You know I'll be in them comments. Y'all notice I'm in them comments? I'll be talking. Now, I don't like responding to negative comments because then my positive go with your negative. That's a negative, you know, multiply them together. Ugh. So when you're negative, I should be negative to make it a positive, but I don't want to go through the negative because I'm happy. So without further ado, it's time for me to flow. Let's go. I got to stop using the same beat, huh? Let me use something else. Let's see how it goes. Good luck to me. Oh, Wally, don't try me. Wally. This beat is all happy like Chubb Rock. Yeah. Yo, it's the insiders versus the ones on the grind. Athletes taking heat from the ones on the sideline. Got a pen and mic thinking they running the game. Throwing shade for clicks, trying to tarnish my name. Skip talking reckless, Russ clap back. Westbrook to Westbrook, man, that's straight whack. Stephen A got hot takes, but they wait. Durant in the DMs like, bro, you better set it straight. It ain't the trenches, don't feel the strain. They quick to critique when they don't know our pain. It's the court, the field, where the battle is real. But they judge from the booth like they know how it feel. Yo, talk that talk, but you can't back it up. Athletes on the grind, y'all just acting tough. Behind the desk, you throwing shade for some bucks. But the players got the hard man, that's what's up. Yo, Kyrie in the headlines, misquoted and played. Twisting his words, now the narrative's made. It's game within game, who controls the spin? Athletes fight back, now the tables begin, let's go. Oh, I'll just be flowing, and y'all be knowing everything I'm showing. It's a battlefield now. LeBron's on the throne, but they better pull him down. Hell nah. The Wash King, he dunking on the hate, breaking records on the court, leaving you in your weight. Ooh, y'all know the plays. Y'all can't talk about no champion ways. Y'all ain't standing for no peace. Mental health over that drama, man. Y'all let that release. Stop playing with me, boy. You can't back it up. Y'all just talking, boy. Y'all just acting tough. Draymond on the pod taking shots at the crew. We rewriting the rules. What it do? Players Tribune, man, they telling it raw. Man, that's the truth to all of y'all. They say the insiders control the clout. Athletes do now, how we calling them out. They setting it straight. From the gym to the screen, they control their fate. Woo, we humans, we rise, we fall. Making cash off our name, man, drop the ball. But the players evolve, problems getting solved. I'm about to go hard in the paint. What you want, cause you can't, you damn narc. You wish you could do what I do, swish. Hello, girl. Big fat bump at the motherfucking D with the mother big.